The number one sector that I think will make you crazy money over the next few months in crypto by far has to be gaming. And that basically means if you right now put in the time to learn more about this gaming sector, that it could really benefit you within a couple of months from now as the sector develops and a lot of beautiful and crazy profitable projects launch. And ladies and gentlemen, in this video, and so here are 7 gaming altcoins that I can definitely recommend you guys to at least look into. And I'll tell you straight away that by far the best performing gaming coins will be the ones that have not even hit the market just quite yet. So coins that are completely fresh and 2024 or even 2025 new ones. But I believe that by just buying the right coins right now, you can still turn $1,000 into $20,000 in the next year or so. But this is not financial advice. This is just my own opinion and some coins I can recommend to look into. At the end of the day, buying is your own decision. Just because I'm buying doesn't mean you have to. But from the top, I'll tell you straight away that it is so that the higher along the ranks you go, if we're talking about the gaming sector, the more likely it is that these coins will survive and do well over time. And the lower that you go, the riskier things get, but inherently also more profitable. With the first coin on my list being one of my favorite cryptos, and it's called Mirria. The coin has been doing pretty well already recently, because as you can see, the price went from about 2 parts of a cent, or I should say 2/10 of a cent, to about 1.5 cents in the span of 2 months. Right now going back to slightly below a cent, but in my own opinion, they're still pretty undervalued. A second coin that I actually don't hold as much of, but that is really interesting, is Nakamoto Games. But for the most part, there's one very specific reason why I went from holding $0 worth of this crypto to a pretty good chunk. And that's because, first of all, it seems they're focusing on Asia. And I'm just being a realist. If you want to make crazy amounts of money, you follow the money and you follow where the audience is, and they are right on the freaking money with that. So that's always smart. I like to see it. But it's mostly for this announcement. Again, I'm going to be honest with you and say, it got me excited for what a lot of people are saying, but it's nowhere near close to a big holding of mine. It's just something worth looking into, and I perhaps will learn a lot from watching this project grow. But once more, I will be completely honest, don't have a sizable chunk in this, and I don't know the team, don't know who's behind it. So it's just an interesting crypto because they're focusing so much on this mobile gaming market, and because they know their market, which is what I just noticed. I mean, the price has been doing pretty well recently, but it's not one of my bigger holdings. I personally am quite convinced Echelon Prime will actually do really well over the next few months. When I look at the amount of excitement people have over this project, it's pretty wild. And you might say a lot of people are very happy with the distribution. Then again, the supply is still going to increase by some significant margins, which leads me to believe perhaps some massive institutions actually got in early, like I know with the previous project, which does make me a little bit less excited, but the community is extremely bullish on this project, and there's a lot of potential for this one to grow. I've said this before, but next coin on my list is one project, I should actually follow it, that I really want to see grow over the next few months. It's called Aether Games. Now, I looked at their team, looked at what they've done in the past, and looked at who they got on board, and I instantly put my money on it. I honestly think this is going to be one of the craziest launches once it happens, but this is one of those coins, like I just told you before, that's not even launched. It's not even hit the market just quite yet. And that's honestly what I'm most excited about in the crypto space. And in that same field, another coin, hey, they actually follow me, that's nice, that I'm extremely excited about, that I think will do really well. And I really take those things seriously. When we're talking about crypto coins that have not launched, and I think they'll do well, I'm not joking about that. I usually am pretty accurate with that. MixMob, again, I think will do exceedingly well. World's first strategy racing game, race, win, stake, from the team behind FIFA and Halo, backed by Arthur Hayes and a couple of other big names in there, and even Solana, it seems. And indeed, I actually remember, if I can find it somewhere, I remember on my Solana phone, which I bought not too long ago, hopefully you guys can see it, that MixMob, you can't perfectly see it, but it's the green one right there, this one, is actually a game you have on your phone straight away, or at least it's like some sort of gaming hub actually. And so once more, for the 2 projects that have not launched, MixMob is the most interesting one for right now. It's got a lot of hype, and I just think it'll do well. I really honestly believe so. So look into it. I can highly recommend. You won't be disappointed. And with Aether, I think this is more of a behemoth of a project, so it's going to take a long time before they completely roll out. But again, once it does, I think this might be one of the biggest to ever do it and significantly grow over the next few years while still having just an absolutely astronomical launch. I think it's going to be insane. Having said that, one coin, which a lot of people don't put in the gaming sector, right? I've already named 5 actual gaming coins. I want to put 2 coins that I think will do well that have to do with gaming, one of which is Render. The reason I put it in there is because for AI and for gaming, it's still extremely important, as they are a distributed GPU rendering network built on top of Ethereum, aiming to connect artists and studios in need of GPU compute power with mining partners, yada, yada, yada. This is extremely important for anything AI, anything gaming related. And so it's a no-brainer to just go crazy on Render. I've got some good holdings in this because I just think the price will keep doing well over time. From a certain perspective, I keep thinking, what if the price performance is going to be similar to Chainlink, where the technology is just amazing, but the community and the hype can't make up for it? But recently here, as you can see over the last year, they've been doing amazing, resulting in a nice juicy 10x, while still, in my opinion, not even being close to max potential just quite yet. And so I just keep stacking up. There is actually one more project I am extremely excited on that, again, is not fully what a lot of you guys might call gaming, but I still personally think it's juicy, and I still very much think it's worth getting into. But take a look at this. It's Beam. All right, that's the story. It is Beam. This crypto has one of the absolutely craziest of communities. It is wild just how insane these guys go. And I guess that reflects back on the price that today is up like 30% and over the year has been doing amazing. And as you can see right here, Beam is not like a game itself like some of the other coins we mentioned, but it still is very much involved, as you can read right here. The Beam token serves as the native crypto asset for the Beam network, a gaming network empowered by the Merit Circle DAO. Beam is an ecosystem where gamers and developers come together to shape the future of the gaming industry, which is just huge. And I honestly believe, guys, that if you go crazy on these gaming coins, and I'm not saying put all your money into the ones I just mentioned. I mean, if you take the time to research these coins properly, really delve into this crypto gaming ecosystem like I'm doing for the next couple of months, it's going to be so amazing because the money multiplier on this is so insane. In a simple way, because people understand gaming. If we're talking about some fundamental crypto game changer, but nobody that reads it understands it, the hype can never really be there. That's one of the reasons why meme coins do so well, because the concept is simple. Somebody buys, price go up. That's all that matters though. And there's jokes. With AI, people hear the buzzword of AI, and it's just amazing. With gaming, they understand gaming. They understand how games work. They understand gaming is nice. People like gaming, so gaming crypto go up. And so there's always a split. There is, like I say, value investing, buying things that are undervalued, that, for example, people can't fully understand technology of, but are inherently extremely useful or good. And just buying wherever the freaking money is. And to most of the people watching the channel, I always say, just follow the freaking money. Don't try to be too smart by looking in a detailed fashion at the deepest part of the technology. Because yes, often it does well, but it's so much more difficult. It takes so much more experience to identify a proper DeFi protocol and all the faults and new bits, or newer parts of a new Oracle network, than to know whether or not a gaming project looks juicy. So it's just something I highly recommend people to look into. But yeah, those were a couple of my top coins. If you hold any or you're excited about any of these, make sure you press that like button. And of course, I got more tutorials, more cool videos coming up very shortly. Like, for example, some very useful airdrop guides that I think will make people $10,000 or $20,000 over the next few months with absolutely nothing in terms of cost. It's going to be pretty amazing. So stay tuned for that on this channel, and hopefully I'll see you guys again in another crypto video tomorrow.